I got indicted for nothing, for something that is nothing. They were doing it because it's election interference. And then I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. I'm being indicted for you, the American people. I'm being indicted for you, the black population. The mugshot, we've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. It's pretty amazing. Millions, by the way, millions of these things have been sold.
No, ain't no Mississippi. Do it again. I'm telling you right now.
Don't you want to weigh in on this?
No, I don't want to weigh in. No.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Shaq.
You know it all. I'm
Just a sensitive.
No, I ain't sensitive. I'm going to knock your ass out. I'm telling you right now. You play him if you want to.
Now is safe, at the very least for now. But Charles Barkley does not like Donald Trump at all. And this is the couple of things he had to say. And then I'm going to give my comments about it, or speak my commentary about it.
We don't make the news, but this is...
Oh, hold on, I don't think you guys can hear it. Now, in this video clip, I wanted to show just one clip, but it was tied in to what Charles Barkley had said a couple of days prior. So they did a good job of mashing this stuff into one.
I don't know if you know, normally, we're sitting here and we don't make the news, but this past week, Charles, I don't know if you know, but you've been in the news for some comments you made on our last show. Do you remember, dear, what you said?
I do remember what I said.
Okay, we'll roll tape.
If I see a black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Charles.
I know, Gail.
Charles.
Gail.
You really can't say that because you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely.
But if you see a black person with a Donald Trump,
I'm gonna punch him right in the
punch him in the face.
Gail, I promise you.
I would bail you out. You're
not gonna be my first call.
Now, obviously, people are laughing, about this and whatnot. But there's been quite several people, conservatives in general, who was not happy with what Charles Barkley had to say when it comes to Donald Trump and wearing the mugshot and whatnot. And to me, well, you know what? No, let's play the next clip, and then I'll share my commentary.
No, it's so funny because before I took this show, before we agreed, because Charles and I, we have to say this, neither one of us were looking for another job. And CNN called and they had this great idea, you and I together, which I thought was really fun. And people said, aren't you worried about things Charles would say? And I said to you, you're a grown-ass man. You say exactly what you think, and you take responsibility for everything you say.
Yes.
And so it's not like you just willy-nilly say stuff for clickbait, right?
I always know the response, and I always know how much gasoline I'm putting on the fire.
Okay,
of course.
So in that vein, that clip that you all just saw has been seen millions of times, and there have been quite a few articles written about it. And that's before we even get to the social media comments, which look a lot like this gentleman. He's very large. He's wearing a mugshot, or he's wearing a mugshot of the T-shirt, or photoshops of large men wearing the T-shirt that say, "I hear Charles Barkley's looking for me." They all think that you are ready to run around punching people who vote for Donald Trump. Now, I know when you say that was just you making a point. That's not something you would literally do, going around attacking people, right?
Well, let me say, is this my camera right there? I want to make sure people can hear me.
Yeah.
Number one, obviously, I'm not gonna go around punching random strangers in the face, first and foremost. Secondly, people can vote for who they want.
All right, let me stop right there. You guys could say whatever it is that you want. You guys can clearly say, well, he was just, joking, the whole entire time. He didn't mean, what he said. Well, first off, he in the other clip that was played, he said sincerely. That's number one. And number two, if you were joking and you weren't, really taking this stuff seriously, you should have said that back then. Not during, the second time around where she wanted you to clarify of what you actually meant. If you were, truly joking, you wouldn't have said sincerely, "Oh, I'm serious. I'm punching people in the eye." You should have said that back then, but yet you waited till everybody got a reaction, and then you decided to give a visitation again in this interview or whatever you call it to clarify what you actually said. To me, in my personal opinion, I truly do believe in his heart he actually wants to punch those people in the face. I do. Not because I think, oh, I'm a Charles Barkley hater, but because in recent past he has verbally attacked conservatives, especially when it's about a political view that he completely disagrees with. Whether if it's about when it comes to, like, transgenders um and getting all the recognition when it comes to certain promotions, like with Bud Light, for example, and he's telling, oh, F you guys and whatnot, and he has never been ashamed of attacking, whether if you are a Republican or conservative. Pretty much you're pretty much in the line in the same viewpoint anyway, but he is always attacking verbally and saying always nasty bad things about conservatives and Republicans all the time, all the time. So what you can't expect anybody to think anything different when it comes to you saying, oh, I'm going to start punching you guys in the face because of supporting Donald Trump and wearing his mugshot. Of course people are going to take that seriously, and all of those articles that I forgot what her name is, all of these articles here, that she pretty much showed, of course they're going to be written about you because you choose not to clarify what you said when you told people you was going to punch them in the face. Clearly, it's obvious that you don't like Trump. It's obvious that you don't like Trump. That's obvious. But what's so interesting about this is that he even said he is sick and tired of the Democrat Party because he's always voting for them, and then he sees no changes in the black community. That's what you said. But yet you say that, but then in turn you want to start hating on Donald Trump for no reason when in my opinion the economy has boosted when he was president at the time. But yet you still want to complain about this dude, and then you seem to really hate black people who support this guy to the point where you want to start punching people in the face. Now again, if you want to say that you were joking, that's fine. But in my opinion, I think you truly wish that you could punch every single person that supports Donald Trump, and especially if it's a black person, you want to punch them in the face. Well, let me continue on.
Them strangers in the face, first and foremost. Secondly, people can vote for who they want to.
Yes.
People can vote for who they want to. The point I was trying to make.
There you go.
No, the point I was making. I wasn't trying to make it.
Okay.
When Donald Trump compares his plight with that of the black person, that is what I had a problem with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do want to say this. I want to make it perfectly clear. If you're a black person and you're wearing a Donald Trump mugshot, you are a freaking idiot.
Why? Because why? Because all Donald Trump was trying to say at the time was that he is being discriminately I can't say the word right. He's pretty much being discriminated against the same way how a lot of black people say that they have been discriminately against. All the things that people are going at Trump after, saying that, oh, he committed this crime, he committed that crime. A lot of these politicians have committed the exact same crimes. But you don't hear a peep about them. So why is it that you're only choosing Donald Trump when it comes to, oh, he did this, he did that, about his real estate and whatnot? All politicians do that. Oh, he doesn't pay, he doesn't pay his fair share in taxes. All of these politicians do the exact same thing. All these millionaires and these billionaires do the exact same thing. But when it comes to Trump, oh, he's the only one that's doing it. And now Mr. Charles Barkley, who I still generally like when it comes to TNT and watching him speak, it is 100% clear that all you want to do is clickbait and name call all people who support Trump, especially if they're a black person. What you're essentially saying is that if you are black, you shouldn't be supporting this guy at all. That's my interpretation is. That's what my interpretation is. You don't want us supporting him at all for the sake of us being black. Get out of here with that garbage, man. Let's continue.
And I'm only saying freaking idiot because they won't let me say what I really want to say. But you can figure it out. It starts with an F. Mm-hmm. But you are. Listen, people can vote for who they want to. Yes. But
if that's the case, that also go in line of us supporting who we want. If we are voting for Donald Trump, that clearly means we are supporting him. And we shouldn't be crucified for supporting we shouldn't be crucified for voting who we want. If what you're saying is true, all of that goes hand in hand, sir.
For him to compare his plight with that other African, I don't even like that term, the black people in America is asinine and stupid. And like I said, you guys can put on those too small t-shirts like y'all got them on. Get a big size if you're gonna wear it. Don't put on a medium and act like you got muscles. But that is so, that bothered me.
That irritates.
It bothered me because for him to compare a white billionaire who is in trouble because of stuff he did.
Yes.
Not because of stuff, like black people get in trouble stuff that happened didn't deserve to do.
Yes.
But for him to compare that to black people's plight, that's just stupid on their part. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all got Nielsen boxes. If y'all gonna wear those tight t-shirts around the house and somebody take pictures. Well, I do. I'll stick by what I said. If you're wearing a Trump mugshot around, you are a freaking idiot.
Yeah. You see, you want to throw the F-bomb. You want to call us idiots. You're saying we're stupid. Like look at all the name calling, that you do. But yet at the same token, you say that we are allowed to vote for whoever we want. You are allowed to vote for whoever we want. If that's the case, why are you calling us stupid then? Why get upset of having a mugshot of Donald Trump then? It's a clear indication that we support the guy, and it's clearly is an indication that we support what his stance are and how he felt like he's being discriminately against, especially from all the people in the left. That's why. And if you are aware of that, if you understood the true context of what Donald Trump is saying, so what's the problem then? What is the real issue here? I know what the real issue is. The real issue is that you just don't like Donald Trump just for the sake of not liking Donald Trump. And you want all African Americans, you want all black people, you want all Hispanic people to go and have the exact same view as you do. And because that we do not, that's when you want to start attacking all the Republicans and you want to start attacking all the conservatives. That's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You've been doing this all of last year, the year before, when it comes to different political views, and you're doing it now. All right, we're almost done here.
But you aren't going to go just randomly attack people on the street. That's the only point I want.
Unless they have the Trump sneakers on too. Unless they have the Trump sneakers on too. Now, if you got the mug shot,
okay,
you got the mug shot and the Trump sneakers on, you uncrossed over a line that you cannot get back.
Well, they're $3.99. Some people say that's a good deal. But I was trying to help you. I said, you don't really mean that.
I'm not going to go around. I'm trying to make the point, though. I'm not going to go around punching people.
Yeah, that's what
that violence is never the answer.
Exactly.
But violence is never the answer. But look at all the stuff you've been saying. All of that leads direct to violence, man. Look at all the stuff that you've been saying. And look at all the stuff you have been saying in recent past. All the stuff that you've been saying was nothing but negative about the conservatives, all because of our different viewpoints. That's it. That's all. So I honestly don't know what you're talking about. Like it's like you're trying to be on the fence on well, you're not picking one side or the other. You're trying to be on this fence, and you can't do that.
My message is very clear. If you think Donald Trump is under the same umbrella as black people, you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Look. Who said that he was under the same umbrella, as black people? We understand that Donald Trump is rich. We understand that he's running for president. We understand that the guy has an ego or whatnot. But does he knows what he's doing when it comes to when it comes to policies? Does he know what he's doing when he's president? Is he putting this country first? If the answer is yes, then what's the big issue? If you are okay with his policies, then he's doing a good job during his presidency. If you don't like him just because of his attitude, or you don't like him because of the way he talks and whatnot, as long as it doesn't affect this country negatively, then just get used to it and appreciate the fact that he's taking care of this country. All right, what are your thoughts?
First, are you happy? You brought politics into the podcast when I told you not to. But regardless of that, you said what you said. Now I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then we're gonna move on. I'm not having an argument with you. I'm not having a political debate with you or anybody else on the timeline on the chat. But I didn't interrupt you. I let you say what you had to say. You have to give me the same you have to give me the same respect. Right?
Well, yeah. I thought you didn't say anything because I thought you were just going to stay silent the whole entire time, to be honest with you.
No. I have one thing. I don't give two flying fucks what Charles Barkley had to say about anything. I don't care. Okay? Did I think he was going to go around literally punching people? No. Here's what his point was. His point is, you have a bunch of niggas in this country who treat this man who treat Trump like he's a savior, like he's some type of he's some type of fucking G or something like that. It's very easy to act the way that he acts when you are spoon fed, when you're born into money, right? When you're born into money, you can fail multiple times over and still maintain your fame. You can fail upwards. That's what he does. That's the great part about being white and rich in this country. You can fail upwards, right? And you see a bunch of niggas who sit there wear his mugshot like it's some type of badge of honor. When you have regular niggas when they have their mugshot, what do they look at? Oh, look at the black community. This fucking sad. Once again, another black man in jail. But yet these same niggas sit there, prop up his mugshot like it's a badge of honor. That's what he's talking about. We trash the black man for being in jail, but yet we prop this nigga up from going to jail for what, like 5 minutes? Perfect. That's what he's talking about. So again, I don't give a flying fuck what Charles Barkley had to say, but I understood what his point was. And if you niggas out there want to sit there and prop this nigga up because you think that the economy is gonna be better or whatever, no, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. But I'm not voting for him because I know who he is. I see through the bullshit. If you guys want to sit there and be blind to it, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine, right? I think it's sad that this country, that the only people who can become president are two fucking 70-year-old men. Two decrepit, delusional 70-year-old men. I'm over it. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
The person that's decrepit is Joe Biden, not Trump.
I'm not. Again, what did you say? What did you say? You said you weren't going to interrupt me, right? No, we're not having a debate. We're not having a debate about this. If I'm saying that the nigga's decrepit, I'm saying he's decrepit.
Hey, well, but you're wrong.
But here's the thing, though. Since you want to defend him, let's go to it. What's your biggest criticism of Stephen A. Smith?
My biggest criticism of Stephen A. Smith is he's a snake, for getting Max Kellerman fired,
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that he still continued to help you, the show being number one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. Number two, the guy, I believe the guy, lies a lot in his analysts or in his in his shows.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he he lies a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that he constantly likes to. I know he does it for entertainment purposes and why he has so much relevancy, but I do think when he disrespect NBA players like like the name calling, the reason why I let the name calling slide is because that's pretty much invited in the sports world, right? Like that's invited into the sports world. Like that's an invitation, booing at people, saying that they're garbage, saying that that they suck. It's part of competition. It's an invitation. It's an automatic invitation. But when you do things like mispronouncing a person's name on purpose, yeah, like that, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. So I do think he takes his ego or his stance to a level to where he believes that it's perfectly fine to disrespect people, and then I don't think he should do that as a sports analyst. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand the correlation.
And you don't think Donald Trump harbors any of those same character traits?
Perhaps.
Mocking President Biden's State of the Union address and the lifelong stutter he deals with.
I'm going to bring the country together.
The former president lashing out at his successor.
Everything Joe Biden touches turns to everything.
Perhaps.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny. Hold on. It's funny. That's okay for him to do. But when it comes to Stephen A. Smith,
because the fact of the matter is, I let you talk. I didn't say a word, not a word. I actually sat here. I actually sat here and listened to your flagrant ignorance.
But when it comes to Stephen A. Smith, that's a step too far. I can't support this dude. Do you understand the correlation? If you don't, then that's fine.
No, because I had already made an explanation because I had a feeling where you was going with this, but I had already told you the disrespecting, the name calling, that's already was an invitation in sports competition anyway.
And you're telling me that Donald Trump never done that in a political debate or any time during his career?
I'm pretty sure.
I know. Yeah, I know. Because I know he has.
You making it seem like it's exclusive to Donald Trump.
It's not. No, I'm not saying it's exclusive to Donald Trump.
Okay, so
what I'm telling you is that all the you guys let him slide with every fucking thing. You just use the thing. Oh, he's a patriot. He's American. He's all about America. That's why you guys let him slide with that shit. But everyone else, you don't give him the same type of power. You don't. So I'm sitting here, right? I'm listening to you say what you got to say. You happy? You good? You got everything off your chest? You good?
Oh, I thought that was a rhetorical question. But
no. I'm asking an actual question. Yes or no answer.
Look. I said what I needed to say as far as Charles Barkley is concerned. Now you mentioned your interpretation that you got is obviously different from mine. I don't think the way you explain it is accurate. I believe that the way how Trump explained it, he was just trying to make it clear that
pandering to the black audience,
that he's being discriminated against.
He's trying to pander to the black audience. Say it what it is. Say what it is. He's pandering to the black audience.
I already said it.
He's pandering to the black audience. You didn't say that.
No, I didn't use the word pandering.
But that's what it is.
I didn't use the word pandering.
But that's what it is.
We're
gonna talk about pandering in a little bit, but just call it what it is. It's pandering.
I don't know.
No, it's pandering. That's what it is.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, of course not. You wouldn't call it pandering.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No, obviously you wouldn't go that far.
No.
Obviously.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No, of course not.
No, but yet you're perfect because look, first off, you didn't do a good job, with the correlation. Stephen
No,
A.
no. You know exactly what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. That's why you never refute it.
Stephen A. Smith, or Max Kellerman, or Tony Kornheiser, and all these other guys, or even Skip Bayless, the guy that you hate so much. None of those guys have ever said, "I'm going to punch you in the face." None of them ever said stuff like that. None of them ever threatened people. You know what I'm saying?
That's your line of demarcation. That's your line of demarcation. So bringing up your I didn't bring up anything about violence.
Okay, so why bring up Stephen A. Smith in the first place?
Because a lot of the reasons why you hate Stephen A. is why you like Donald Trump.
Perfect. Got it. Oh my God! You understand that when it comes to politics and when it comes to sports are two completely, they're like night and day. You realize that, right?
Are they?
You realize that, right?
Are they?
The fact that you even have
at the end of the day, are they? Because I watched that. I watched what we had 4 years ago with these two fucking old geezers going back and forth, and him going personal with Biden. I mean, last time I checked, I remember Skip Bayless going personal with Shannon Sharp. Right, we all know the history between Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. Yeah, what it all is carnival barking. That's all it is.
Carnival
barking. There's two guys just yelling at each other, just blah 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 blah. But it's one thing to happen in sports. It's another thing to happen to the highest seat in our country. The same seat that was almost overthrown by a bunch of crazy loser white people. Ironically enough, after listening to one of the old decrepit men talk about how they stole the election from them. See, at the end of the day, you guys believe what you want to believe. I don't give a flying. I don't fucking care. At the end of the day, I'm gonna take care of mine. That's it.